Coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. All right, so here he is, one of the more prolific takedown artists in the UFC at present. And when you get some praise from Daniel Cormier when it comes to your offensive takedown game, you know you're doing something right.
And we talk about wrestlers and judo players and grapplers, but this guy just combines all of that. He is able to use foot sweeps from the grappling game. He is able to use throws from judo, and he's able to use wrestling from the wrestling game to take people down. He has an array of takedowns at his disposal, and he uses every single one of them. From the speed of the level change to the timing to the knowledge of where to go next. When the guy starts to defend, he's truly, truly something special.
I don't think he could take you down, but tonight he doesn't have to. So in this matchup, prevailing wisdom is he'll be able to get this fight to the canvas. Well, as you'd expect, a Super Bowl feel in this arena here tonight because the biggest superstar in mixed martial arts history, Conor McGregor, is back. The celebrities are out in droves, all of them to see the former two-division UFC champion, the notorious Conor McGregor.
The stars always come out when the notorious one steps in the octagon, and he's earned that right. He is the biggest star in mixed martial arts, not only in mixed martial arts, but in sports across all platforms. One of the best fighters the UFC has ever seen. Not only a great fighter, but a great spokesman, a great salesman, and a guy that people always want to see.
And DC, we know you move that celebrity needle, but you don't move it like Conor McGregor.
Not like the notorious one.
We talk so much about his star power and what he has done for the sport, and rightfully so, that sometimes we don't spend enough time talking about just how skilled a fighter this is when it comes to distance management, the striking skills. We'll see how it goes for him here in the return tonight. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age, with some differences in height, but big differences in reach. We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Dan Murgliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, Assassin. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, the notorious Conor McGregor!
All right, commit to the rules of the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
You ready?
All right, here we go. Round 1, outstanding matchup of strikers. Any chance this thing hits the canvas tonight, Chuck?
I don't believe so. I think when you have 2 high-level strikers like you have in these 2 men, they're going to go to the center of the octagon, and it's going to be a kickboxing match. A kickboxing match that you would see in a ring. Tonight, you get to watch it inside of an octagon. Leg kick.
McGregor gets hit with a kick here. Let's see how he responds.
When you're in the clinch, you can pull down on the head and land these beautiful punches to the head. You take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet.
Back to the jab now, no good. Well, we talked about his reach advantage off the top. Made good use of it there with that punch, DC.
Big powerful punch lands. Now we get back to range. Oh, nice right hand.
Splits the guard, lands the right hand. Well, he has certainly found the range and staying pretty busy here on the field.
He's being busy, but it's also the timing and the accuracy that's allowing him to land so many attacks.
These guys throwing early.
Big kick land.
Nice combination there.
It's such a fast leg kick.
Oh, that's a big connection there from McGregor, DC.
I mean, big strike landed for Ireland's favorite son, Conor McGregor.
The strikes continuing to pile up. 27 total strikes have found the mark for Conor McGregor.
Punch over the top.
Trying the flying knee there.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Oh, big roundhouse attempt, just misses. That could have been lights out. Under 3 minutes to go in round one. And he landed the right hand there.
Beautiful strike.
Goes upstairs for an elbow.
Look at how he drives his knee right into his opponent's midsection.
All right, some really grueling work here in the clinch. Both fighters really struggling to gain a dominant position.
That happens whenever you understand the position. Both know exactly what they need to do. And when both fighters are trying to do the same thing, it's very, very difficult to get the desired result.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, McGregor's got the tie clinch. Let's see what he can do with it. Single collar tie now.
Left hand punch from the clinch. His opponent's got him in the clinch. He needs to break away and get back to his range because he's taking punch after punch from this clinch position.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie, and both guys really throwing with authority. Oh, bleeding from his cheek now. Damage done.
That's a big strike right there.
Nice combination there by Conor. Pretty good job to find the striking range there, DC.
Conor is one of the best strikers in the UFC, and it's all because of the way that he manages space. He's a master manipulator in terms of managing the distance.
Conor McGregor gets caught by that straight punch. That'll get his attention. Unable to connect there. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Good series of strikes for him there, staying busy and staying accurate.
I mean, the accuracy is unbelievable. Straight punch lands. Nice kick. These guys are going at it.
Oh, nice straight punch there. Must be nice to have a reach advantage like this, DC.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
Oh, and he tags him with the straight. Beautifully placed there by McGregor. Oh, that's a nice straight punch there.
Threw the punch, got to the target.
McGregor gets hit with a kick here. That one landed flush. Let's see if he can make some adjustments. Oh, tagged him with that right hand. What a strike that was.
What a strike that he is landing over and over again. His opponent will need to make some adjustments.
30 seconds now to go in round one.
He lands a big knee to the body. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
Good series of punches by him there. He has been busy throughout.
He's doing a great job with the hands. He looks like a professional boxer out there. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Well, they've made all the right reads here tonight, and there's another one. Beautiful read on the leg strike as he catches it and then returns fire with a punch of his own. So they have got the timing down here at this point of the fight. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
All right, here we go with round two. Round one, pretty good, not great, but some action on both sides.
We can't always hope for fireworks, John.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to deal with the ebbs and flows of a fight. In round number 1, you saw both guys have success. Let's see who really charges out ahead in the second round.
Oh, continuing to work the body to great effect.
Nice strike. Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block. Man, doesn't take much for the redness to start. Look at the left side of his body there. Nasty. Lands a glancing right hand upstairs.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick. Way to hide that leg kick.
Some nice back and forth action here. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Oh, he's got that right hand going tonight, DC, connected with it there.
He's thrown so many left jabs to throw that right punch straight down the pipe. It's unreal. Nice leg kick. Ooh, what a punch. Big head kick lands.
Lands a nice straight punch there. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
What do you follow up a great punch like this with? I'm excited to see what happens.
Just unable to quite find that range. Just over 3 minutes to go.
What a body kick.
Good series of kicks by him there, DC. He certainly has that part of his game going tonight.
He's a fantastic kickboxer, but tonight is the kicks that lead the dance.
Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round 2. Much more aggressive than we saw in round 1, and now starting to find himself in the pocket. Oh, damage done. Bleeding from his cheek now. Oh, really exploiting his reach advantage as he landed the jab there, DC.
Nice straight punch. Nice leg kick lands.
McGregor advances and lands flush with the left hand.
Lands that left hand. He's always looking to land that strike, and he does it again in this big spot.
Well, he has got to be thrilled with this effort here tonight. There was a lot of pressure on him coming in. He has doled out a lot of damage, landed a lot of strikes, near flawless execution.
Sometimes the hardest thing to do is what's expected. When you're expected to win, sometimes it's hard to live up to that expectation. He lived up to that expectation, and he exceeded it with such a great performance. Got to the clinch, controlled the posture, and lands some big knees from in close.
Really timing his shots nicely, good tempo, very accurate, finding the range with relative ease.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of really overwhelming his opponent with activity.
All right, so he lands a jab there. Pretty nicely done, DC.
You can really control a fight, just knowing how to fight behind your jab.
And he counters with a left hand. Oh, he lands the Superman punch. And now he's got that tie clinch. We'll see what he can do with it.
Lands a switch knee.
And they separate. Blocks the shot. All right, so the taller fighter lands a knee, and Daniel Cormier to my right, I can hear him saying, I wish I was a little bit taller. Oh, and he lands another knee there, DC. He talked a lot to us about his length and his size advantage. Doesn't always pay to be the taller fighter. In this instance, it certainly did.
Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt. Oh, that's a nice strike.
Back to the left hand now, unable to connect. And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Tried to go to the body, but unable to connect.
Caught that kick there.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Nice. That body's done, man. Body's done.
What a fight so far!
If he fought like this, I would be comfortable entering him into a K1 level kickboxing competition. He's that good at finding and landing those kicks at will. He needs to continue to do this as the fight goes on.
Relax. Get back to recover. You've been knocked down before. No big deal. You've trained for this. This is easy work.
All right, so another round is now underway. Pretty good action over the previous 10 minutes. Your thoughts on what we might see here?
Both of the guys really picking up on the action, putting their foot on the gas, and really starting to drive it home as we approach the end of the fight. It was still so evenly matched, and the fight has been so close to this point.
Oh, McGregor's kick attempt, that one was blocked. Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may float a right hand out there, but he's not really sitting down on the right hand. He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it. He's got to be confident that it's going to land, and he's got to really throw his whole entire body into those strikes.
Going back to his patented kicks here, but unable to find the target there. Punch is blocked. Man, look at that damage on the right side of his body. Starting to really bruise now.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Nice jab, follows up with a nice right hand. Oh, nice slip there. Great head movement overall by this guy defensively tonight.
He does a great job of moving his head side to side, really mixing up the motion at which he moves.
Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. Pinpoint accuracy on that kick.
No wind-up, no tell, just a brutal kick. Another straight left. Notice the drive. Look at how they drive the knee right into the midsection.
Oh, good opportunity to do damage here. He's got that tie clinch.
Beautiful punch.
Well done to catch the kick. We'll see what he can do.
Big body kick.
Oh, nice knee to the body. Very nice.
He understands that doing the body work will pay dividends the longer the fight goes.
All right, so a nice straight punch there after he caught the leg. He decides to punch out as opposed to going for any takedown. Well done to catch the kick. We'll see what he can do. Blocks that kick to the body. Oh, the cut on that cheek is only getting worse. His face is a mess. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Well, not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these last couple of rounds, he's been far more aggressive, a lot more pressure. Oh, he's really starting to light him up now. Conor McGregor gets caught with that punch. Got to shore up the defense.
Real quick leg kick. Over and over, he's getting this big body kick. Another punch to the head. He's really turning every part of himself into those strikes to the head.
Oh, head kick blocked, though, by McGregor. Throwing that jab now again. The fighter evades. Nice punch there by McGregor. Back and forth we go here. Oh, going back to the uppercut. Well, nearly connected. All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
Well, I'm not sure how much more damage he can take to the body. You may want to drop that elbow defense. Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Swing and a miss with that straight left hand. Man! All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Nice punch lands over the top. body kick.
Blocks the shot. Just missing on the uppercut there. Timing his shots nicely here, champ.
He's doing a great job of mixing everything up and using a lot of diverse strikes.
Lands the right hand. Body kick now by McGregor. So a combination of kicks from him, and most of those found the target, DC. The kickboxing is on point tonight.
He's so sharp, and he feels so good that he's throwing multiple kicks in a row. Ooh, big shot lands.
Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. Oh, collar tie. Oh, and now the underhook, DC.
He's got the underhook, he's got the far side post. If you're the opponent, you have got to get out of here.
Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. He misses with it there. Oh, a huge block there. Oh, nice kick right there. Tell the masses how good that feels to get kicked like that.
John, it doesn't. It doesn't feel good to kick.
Oh, a little single collar tie there. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Great punch. Liver kick.
He's out!
Goodness. Oh my goodness, what a fight.
Yeah, that right there is a high-level knockout, ladies and gentlemen. Crowd absolutely loving it. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Landed flush. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming. So a huge, huge win for that young fighter here too. All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
A full-on display of all of his skills. He did everything in this championship-winning performance. He used his wrestling. He used his elbows. He used his pace and pressure to really wear down his opponent so that he can get his hand raised.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 21 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, the notorious Conor McGregor!
Oh, well, there he is after a huge knockout win tonight. You going to the after party or what?
I mean, I'm heading over there right now, John. I'm asking the producers, how soon can I get up? Because there's going to be a party over there. Not only because of the knockout, but that extra bonus check he's going to be carrying to the club tonight.